Mike, turn your games down.
Hi everybody, welcome to our mini episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who is a ninja warrior with me tonight?
D-A-N. I'll kill you, Mellman. Daniel Mellman. Hi.
And I'm Kyle, and oh god, I feel like this reference is going to be so obscure that, like, only the people who are, like, super nerdy about video game music will get this reference, but... And I'm Kyle, and are you lady?
I don't think I get that one either.
You were right.
Explain the joke. That's how all the best jokes are told.
Well, fine, I guess if I guess I do have to explain it. That's literally the name of the second stage music from the original arcade game.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
The Taito in-house band who composed for a lot of different Taito games, Zuntata, they actually named a lot of the tracks for the original arcade game, and the second stage track is called Are You Lady?
Are You Lady?
Yep.
All right.
I guess Kunoichi is the player one character. That's the one they expect you to be playing.
Yep.
I mean, that's the best character.
I like her a lot. That's who I play.
She is good.
Does she and Ninja play differently in the first one?
Or not exactly. The arcade game's kind of weird because, like, the two playable characters, they pretty much both play the same. Like, yeah, like they don't have too much of a difference to each other. Like,
that's kind of what I assumed, but I didn't end up playing Ninja at all.
Yeah, and in the original arcade game, Ninja is just like a dude in a blue ninja suit. Like, that's pretty much it.
So I should introduce what we're talking about tonight.
Yep.
Tonight we are talking about the Ninja Warriors. We're gonna mention all three versions.
Yep.
But the SNES version developed by Natsume, published by Taito, Natsume, and came out in 1994. The arcade version developed by Taito and came out in 1988. And don't forget the newest one developed by Natsume, Atari, and Tengo Project, which is Ninja Warriors Return of the Warriors, came out in 2019 and then 2023 for PC.
Yep. Sorry to correct you, but actually it was developed by Tango Project. They're the developer.
Oh.
Tango Project
this Wikipedia is not very helpful I have open.
No, the funny thing is Tango Project is literally just like ex-Natsume developers. It's the staff of the originals, not the original. It's the staff of the Super Nintendo remake. And
just as a ground rule, I vote that we use the Japanese titles because the arcade and Super Nintendo one have the same name.
Are just called the Ninja Warriors, so it's going to be like kind of confusing.
So the original is the Ninja Warriors, the Super Nintendo one is the Ninja Warriors again, and the new one is the Ninja Warriors once again. Which I think is hilarious.
Yeah, I think, but they're all like that. They all have at least like a distinctive like name from each other. So it's not like we're just going to call everything the Ninja Warriors and it'll be like a clusterfuck of like, wait, what are we talking about?
Yeah, which one are we talking about here?
No, that is fair. So I want to start with my history of this, because I actually do have a history with this game, surprisingly.
Oh, yeah. Right.
So a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, this was on an old ROM site that doesn't exist anymore called QualityRoms.com, which is how I got into ROM. And they just had, it was Nacho Tortilla or Nacho Godzilla and Tortilla something, and they ran this website, and this was one of the random SNES ROMs they had on there. And I had played this back in the day, never got very far, but I knew of this game, and then Kyle had been recommending it for the podcast for years, and I was like, I really owe him. Let's get this on the show.
Good.
So that's my history. Dan.
So I did not hear of this until game critic Tim Rogers had it on his list of like the best games of 1994, Ninja Warriors again. And I ended up playing that and loving it. And that kind of kickstarted my love of beat 'em ups in general. It was the first one where I was like, oh, I get it. I get how I'm supposed to play this. I get how I'm supposed to think about this. And I really adored this genre now, and it's because of Ninja Warriors again.
Cool. That's fair. I mean, this is a cool beat 'em up. And Kyle.
Well, so I have a bit of an interesting, kind of long-winded history, like a bit like to yours, Mike, where not necessarily did I discover this through a ROM site, but I actually grew up with the Super Nintendo version specifically.
Oh, nice.
So when I was about, I think, 4 to 5 years old, I believe 5 years old, I would rent games a lot, as that's what we did as a family. Instead of buying new games, because it's just cheaper to rent. Which, anyways, I discovered this game, I think, on a weekend where I rented it, and I was like, oh, what's this? The Ninja Warriors, as that's what it was called in North America for the Super Nintendo version. I discovered it, the Ninja Warriors, once again, and, I'm sorry, not once again, and I took it home, and I started playing it, and I instantly fell in love. The gameplay was super simple, the fighting was very satisfying and addictive, and yeah, so I pretty much just grew up with this game. I played it a crap ton as a kid, I rented it a lot, and then later on as I grew up, I bought it again used through a pawn shop, and I was just like, oh yeah, this game is just so damn good. It's so satisfying. And then as I grew older, I discovered, not only the origins of the SNES game, but I also discovered the origins of the original arcade game, and then as as a fully functional adult, I heard about the remake coming out, and I was just, like, happier than a pig in shit. I was just like, yes, please. Like, give me all the Ninja Warriors. Just give me it all. I want to beat the crap out of all the bad guys, and just, oh man, just give me all this action. And, that is my history of not only the SNES game, but just really just this whole series.
That's cool. I didn't even know there was an arcade game until we made the chat and you guys mentioned it. I'm actually watching a long play of it right now. Didn't even know this wasn't. It looks cool. Like, I like the SNES version that I played a lot. I like it better than this, but this is cool to see where its origins are.
I do too. Until I played it for this podcast, I didn't really vibe with the original, but I played it using save states so I could kind of go back and really learn how to do different parts of it, and you can do some really cool routing with it.
Yeah.
You kind of need to like memorize what sort of patterns work for which enemy. It's a very different kind of game.
The arcade game is a lot, quite actually a bit more different, despite also being somewhat of a brawler. It kind of learns from an entirely different school of gameplay, where the original arcade game is kind of it's learning from the school of Kung Fu or Kung Fu Master for the arcade, which by itself, that game was extremely innovative and kind of started pretty much the entire beat-em-up genre. The Ninja Warriors, the arcade game, is kind of going after that school of gameplay, and it's very much, innovative in its own right, and really impressive, graphically impressive, technically impressive, especially for Taito and how they developed a lot of their arcade games, and, the soundtrack to it, which, of course, done by the in-house band of Taito. It's
so good.
And they're fantastic. Yeah, like, just really impressive stuff. It's funny, because, this Super Nintendo game, it has such a long and fruitful history in its own right, but then it's a part of this series, and it's just... There's so much interesting things to it. There's so much about it.
You said something I really agreed with, that it was from a different school of beat 'em up design. Yeah. And I think the big thing that kind of happened design wise was Final Fight and Capcom getting huge. Final Fight's all about manipulating enemy positions, using your grapples and different moves, and the original doesn't quite have that. And
no, of course,
not with the character we were talking earlier, not with the character you play quite as much, but you really have a lot of control over how your characters move, when your iframes are. So that seems like the big difference. The other big difference is so the original was made as a conversion kit for Darius, the original Darius, which was on 4 different monitors. It was on 4 different arcade monitors.
It was a behemoth.
So it is a 4:1 aspect ratio. It is 4 square screens, and if you play like a modern version, it still seems wild. But you have you can see so far, and you can plan so far based on like, oh, this enemy's gonna arrive here, this enemy's gonna arrive here. I need to jump like this, block this, and the Super Nintendo one's a Super Nintendo game. It's in 4:3. So I think changing that gameplay works really well for the aspect ratio and a more console-friendly experience. But I think it's also, as you said, just working on it. The beat-em-up genre was very different by the time Ninja Warriors again came out. Oh, that's my thought on that. What do you want to talk about next?
So what's the next segment you want to talk about, Mike?
I mean, I just like the graphics of the Super Nintendo game with the one, because that's the only one I was able to beat because I didn't try to play the arcade one. I could not finish the newest one on Steam. I couldn't even get past the first boss on multiple tries. So
It's
those
harder.
remakes
it's hard, man.
those remakes are very tough. Like the Wild Guns remake, the Pocky and Rocky remake, Shadow of the Ninja remake. Yeah, they're all like quite a bit tougher than their originals.
Wild Guns. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I would say it's harder. That first boss is definitely harder.
I couldn't get past the first boss.
Oh man.
Yeah,
And I felt like an idiot. I felt like, man, am I that bad? And then a friend of mine wasn't able to get through it either that I know, and I'm like, all right, I feel a little less bad.
So I'm streaming once again right now the new Tango Project remake because I didn't really have much time to play it before the podcast. I've played a bunch of that Super Nintendo one this week, and I still died on that boss. What worked for me is blocking a couple of its combos and then block jumping behind it. If you jump while blocking, and this is in the original actually, even you have like a faster evasive roll that you block during, so you can safely get behind it. And just finding ways to put your moves together to make enemies vulnerable. And you can be kind of creative. So I play. Do we want to talk about who we all play?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's actually, I
sure.
was about to just mention that. I played as the girl. I forget her name. I apologize.
Kunoichi.
Kunoichi, yep.
Yes, I like the way she played.
Me too. And as Kunoichi, so she grabs enemies when she touches them, like she and Ninja do, but they break out really quickly. So I found after a while, like, oh, I can grab them, let the grab expire, and then do a full damage combo, or a full damage combo without the finisher and grab again. And it just every time I thought of something to do with these different movesets, it worked, which I think is really cool.
It's a cool beat 'em up. Like, I am not always the biggest fan of like side scroller beat 'em ups like this. I like more Final Fight style, but this is a really good beat 'em up game. Like, yes, I had issues with it. Yes, I sucked at it, but I enjoyed it. At least the SNES version where I could cheat. I had fun. Kyle, who did you play as?
It's really fun.
So for pretty much both the SNES game, again, Ninja Warriors again, and once again, I'm very much a Kamatachi main, but I do also love Ninja. Ninja is really fucking satisfying. Probably like one of the most satisfying characters in a beat 'em up that I've ever experienced. Just like you feel the blows of that guy, like of Ninja. Like you feel the blows of that robot. Like, when Ninja like punches somebody in the face or like does like any of his throws, you fucking feel it. And I'm especially a big fan of Kamatachi just because of like the speed of that character. I think that character is such a good not only beginner character but like a really, really just important character for like I know it's like okay, but you're giving up strength for speed, but like that's honestly such a crucial thing for a game like this, especially for this specific game. For like for once again and for again, like you need speed in this game. You need to be like quick with your reflexes.
I'm not sure using this naming convention is less confusing. So Kamatachi also doesn't have, or he doesn't have like exclusive grapples. It's
yeah,
from his
he
combo, right?
does, but you actually have to do it in a very specific way. It's not as easy as Kunoichi and Ninja. Like
How do you do it?
what you do is you basically, it's a little tougher to do with the one-hit kill enemies, but for the enemies that take a full combo, what you do is you do like you can do about 2 to 3 to 4 jabs before you initiate your combo, and right before you initiate the full combo, you push left or right on the D-pad against the opponent, and and then Kamatachi will throw the person up in the air. Like
it's from a specific strike. Like in
exactly.
Final Fight.
Yep.
I mean, that's what I liked about it, is this game wasn't your simple beat 'em up. Like, there's combos, there's ways to like
there's
Final
strategy.
Fight has stuff to it too.
Way deeper than it seems. Like there's strategy to the enemies. Like you don't just like button mash shit. Like even if Kamatachi, like even if you do quote unquote button mash, like you gotta know how to do shit. You gotta know how to time attacks with enemies and bosses. Like especially the boss fights. If you try to just walk in and button mash, you're gonna die.
You're gonna lose.
Tell me about it.
You're just gonna lose.
Oh, I know. I tried.
Yep.
I had to save state a lot in some of the later boss fights on the Super Nintendo version in order for me to get through it efficiently. Like, I had to use some skills there.
There is something I want to mention with save states.
Yep.
So I played the first game with save states because it has instant respawn. And I think Final Fight is actually a very good example of a game where people think there's nothing to it because you just keep putting more coins in and you know, dying.
That is not
and
true.
it's like an extremely deep game, but you can kind of just not engage with it and still and you can't really do that with the Super Nintendo one. So I think that's why that's a big reason I liked that one more when I first played it. And then when I started routing the arcade one, had a really good time.
All right. No, I mean, I'm just, because I played the Super Nintendo version, but like, I remember back in the day when I first saw this game, and I'm like, man, this game has just good graphics.
Yep.
And
it's so pretty.
Oh, yeah.
The newest one, once again, is just fucking beautiful. It's a little cleaner. I like it.
It's cleaner. It's more detailed.
Yeah.
It's widescreen. Yeah. Those Tango, nothing looks like those Tango Project games where they take these old 16-bit art styles and make them feel really new and detailed. It's lovely.
I agree. I didn't know who Tango was before this. I don't think I'm familiar with that company.
They are Natsume developers.
Okay.
But apparently they still have a good working relationship with Natsume. So, like, hey, good for them. I guess that's how we're getting all these remakes, which, like, I'm down for. You know, like,
hey, I'm happy this exists and that people can play it. Like, that's awesome that there's a remake of an old game that is better. It has it has more characters. It has a little cleaner graphics, but it still captures that same pixelated loveliness from the old days. So I'm okay with that.
And it's a lot harder.
Oh god, it's fucking hard.
Can confirm, significantly harder game.
Yes, it is.
I'm feeling better now that it wasn't just you suck, Mike. It was no, this game is fucking hard. Thank you. I mean, you guys, but
the remakes are indeed harder. In fact, speaking of the remake, I'm actually really excited for the next upcoming remake from Tango Project, which is going to be Shatterhand from the NES.
Really? I love Shatterhand.
Yeah, Shatterhand is one of my favorite NES games, and I fucking can't wait to see what they're going to do with this remake. Like, if they're like, are they going to change anything? What are they going to change? Like, how is the gameplay going to be? Like, I am ecstatic. This, literally one of my favorite NES games, and like, I want to see how much more difficult is it going to be. Like, I'm so excited.
Shatterhand rules.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that. I'm excited to hear that.
Shatterhand is amazing and has like one of the best soundtracks for the NES. Like it belongs. Yes, it is Natsume. It belongs up there with like the Castlevania games, the Mega Man, the Ninja Beatems, the Marios, like all the greats.
High praise there.
Yep.
Very high praise.
Yeah, it really is. Kyle, did you ever unlock the other characters?
Yes, I have. I have beaten once again quite a few times. It's really fucking hard, but I did it. I especially something I recommend as a bit of a tip is learning to really learn and understand how to play as all the different characters, because there are certain segments of the game that are easier with certain characters. For example, the final boss fight, I think, is especially very easy as Ninja, and that's how I've been able.
That makes sense.
That's how I have been able to beat the game. It's just like die on the final level, but then pick Ninja, and then it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna I'm gonna fucking throw everybody around like rag dolls and just throw them into shit. And it's like, that's pretty much how you have to do the final boss fight, is you have to constantly throw like bad guys and enemies into the glass container. And it's just like, oh yeah.
It was cool. Yeah. Once I looked online at what to do, I had to read. I was like, what the hell am I supposed to be doing? I don't understand. And then internet's like, throw them into the glass. Oh.
Yep. Yeah, I killed guys for a while.
Same.
While I figured that out. So
I
played a bunch of. Yeah, I played a bunch of once again. I would just always have replays going on my Switch, and I would just pick it up at the level. I wish there was a save in the middle of it.
I usually kill some guys if like I got like an annoying enemy. Like the best characters best enemies I would use against the glass container would be the guys in suits. Sometimes the single strike enemies, the army dudes with the knives, like they're pretty good, especially if you're playing as Ninja or Kunoichi. I would especially recommend if a robot came on, it's like, oh yeah, okay, the robot's going to be a huge target, so like its hitbox is going to be huge.
Yeah,
and like
I found the robot really
even from like across the room, you can still throw it against the glass container, and it'll still like hit it. So it's like, all right, good.
When I was a kid, I just played as the middle character. I don't know his name.
The middle character is Kunoichi.
Okay, thank you. That's the one I always played as because he looked cool. And when it comes to beat 'em ups, I tend to go with whoever seems to be like the medium guy. Like I like Cody, yeah. I like Carlos. Maybe Carlos.
He's definitely the medium one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Kunoichi.
This time though, the internet said use the girl.
Kunoichi is definitely she's definitely the kind of the medium character. Like a good beginner character, although I would actually say Kamikaze's probably the most like beginner character. You know,
I have the most trouble with him by a lot.
No, I could get that.
And then in this version, you get two. Well, in the once again version, once again, you get two other characters too. I know are added in here. I didn't even see them.
I only dabbled with them a little.
I couldn't beat the first level, so.
Not with that attitude.
They're interesting.
It's really hard.
They're interesting gimmicky characters. The super giant robot's kind of interesting because he's such a huge target. He can be fun. And then there's that short little robot girl with the long arms. She's also kind of interesting.
Yeah, she's neat.
Yeah, she has some interesting combos.
Played her a good amount.
Yep.
It makes me happy that they exist. Did the newer version also add any extra levels or things like that?
No,
it's 8 levels, which I think is the same as Once Again.
Yeah,
that remake's based a lot more on Once Again.
Yeah, it's the exact same amount of levels. There's no extra levels.
Okay, I'm just curious because since I couldn't get through it, I was wondering how different.
I noticed there are definitely changes to the level design, but I think the broad strokes are the same.
Yeah, they are. They're like small little aesthetic sort of choices, but nothing like that like changes anything like completely.
Like I was playing earlier and like a tank showed up and I'm like, oh cool, because a tank shows up in the second level of the first game.
Actually, there is a tank in the 4th stage in this Super Nintendo version as well.
Can you like jump on it?
No, you can't.
Yeah, so I found a cool strategy in the first one where if you jump on the side of the tank and dodge when the turret moves.
Oh yeah, the arcade.
You can manipulate it into just running over all the enemies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know you could kill the tank for a while. You just need to throw shurikens at the guy up top. But no, I just thought you had to survive, and I'm like, oh, this is the coolest thing I've done in a video game in a while. I love.
It's a very cool game.
That's one of my favorite things in an arcade game, where it's like this seems impossible, and then you slowly figure out how to do it, and it's like, oh, this is a really cool and nuanced bit of action game design that I had to discover. And that game gave me that.
Thinking of Mutant Apocalypse when playing this game too, because
Apocalypse. I don't know that game.
X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. Sorry, I skipped over.
Mutant Apocalypse is a fantastic game. One of the best, like, Super Nintendo brawlers, and it's a Capcom game. So, like,
is it
Capcom licensed games are they're so good. Oh my god,
Capcom beat 'em up.
That's what this game reminded me of. But I fucking love that game. I've played it so many times. Only beaten a couple.
Check that one out.
So many times.
Good.
That's what this game kept making me think of, because some of the enemies had knives, and that's what they do in that game too. So it made me think of that.
I will say, when I first played Ninja Warriors, I thought it was like a joke. It's because you're just on one plane moving left to right, and the enemies you see early on all die in one hit, and it's like, what is happening? It's just like, what? People like this game? And then
don't worry,
then I figured it out. But also, once again, again, clearly has Mario and Luigi, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's got to be Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, the two dudes with the suspenders and those like funky hats.
Yeah, they're in Hitman as well.
Yeah, the berets.
Hey, it was Nintendo published. They can get away with it. Or not Nintendo. It was not Nintendo.
Once again, isn't, and they're still in there.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I guess since they're not, they're technically not Mario and Luigi, and
can't trademark green and red overalls.
Oh.
The only difference is the red and green enemies from Ninja Warriors once again, and Ninja Warriors again, is that they don't have facial hair.
I've noticed when you throw people up. I've noticed, and once again, when you throw people up as Kunoichi, they're like wrapped in her hair.
Yeah, I love that. That's
that's cool.
Yeah, really fun little.
Such a cool detail.
Also, you can juggle with them. Can you juggle enemies you throw up in again? I don't think you can.
No, you can't. You can only do that once again.
There's
That's
so
a
much
nice
depth
touch.
to those mechanics.
Yeah.
And it almost feels like a flex that it's just on a 2D plane.
Yeah, I love
so
that.
much is going on. It's
And
like,
the fact that, like, frigging once again, it's a 2-player co-op game. Like, I love that. Like, it's like, oh, you know what? Now this remake, what else are we gonna do? We're gonna make a 2-player co-op. Like, fuck yeah, that's awesome.
which is a pretty like canonically beat 'em up thing. I'm kind of surprised the others didn't. It makes sense given Super Nintendo. Even Final Fight on Super Nintendo didn't have 2-player.
The Super Nintendo version didn't have it because the Super Nintendo could only do so much. But like for the remake, it's like, nah, you know what? We're also gonna have co-op. Like, hell yeah.
That's cool. I would have liked this game co-op. If I would have had it when I was younger with my friends around and stuff, this would have been 100% a couch co-op game that we played.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't really. Sometimes I play beat 'em ups with my friends, but not like the old days where we would have just sit here and just banged our head against the wall until we got through it.
Mm-hmm.
No, of course.
Hopefully. So we would have gotten good.
I've started playing some beat 'em ups with a friend over Fightcade. We played a Battle Circuit. Which is
I love
wild game.
I
love
love
that game.
Battle Circuit so
Yeah.
much.
Also on this podcast.
You talked about Battle Circuit on this podcast?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Battle Circuit's cool.
Battle Circuit is amazing. Like, that game is fantastic.
Is that the first game where you like how you did in combat gave you better currency to buy moves and
I
to beat 'em
think
up?
so. Yes, I think so.
That's like a big thing. That's like Devil May Cry kind of pivots on that.
Yep.
Anyway, those are other beat 'em ups, but this I mean, hey, it's relevant because
It is relevant.
Ninja Warriors once again is the game that got me into that genre, and I really love beat 'em ups now. So
awesome.
yeah, thank you.
I'm glad that you joined us with this. At first, I thought it was just going to be just me and Kyle, so I was really happy that somebody else was interested.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I wanted to reach out. It'd been a while, so
No, I'm always happy to have new people on, or have you back on the show.
thank you. It means
So,
a lot.
I mean that. I always have to have people on the show that want to be on, especially if people only come on once in a while or something that. Oh, hey, if I ever do shoot 'em ups, I do know to reach out to you, but I don't do shoot 'em ups.
Do some.
No, I don't like.
Let's do Dio Joe.
I do not like shoot 'em.
I do love some cave shoot 'em ups. They're quite lovely.
Let's do it. Let's do Dio Joe or Foodary. Let's do it.
Let's do Death Smiles. I love the Death Smiles games.
I do Death Smiles. Never played Death
Boss
Smiles
fights
too.
were good in this game too. I mean, I liked them in the Super Nintendo version, just fine.
What is?
The boss fights. I thought the boss fights were fine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they are. There are a few gimmick ones. There are a few like more regular ones.
Yeah.
Some are just a
There's
big
a
guy.
chainsaw.
Yeah,
I
the
remember
chainsaw.
that.
The chainsaw where you.
I love the chainsaw guy chainsawing the door when the fight starts. That's so fucking
Very
good.
cool.
So cool.
I've some of the bosses and a lot of the enemies seem designed to teach you certain things about the systems, like how you can only attack the robots from behind. That's how I figured out like how to do that combo with Kuno. Oh well, that's how I figured out how to do the combo with Kunoichi.
I mean, that's just the makings of a good game when they teach you and force you to learn.
Mm-hmm. Especially
good
our
game
arcade style games where
Yeah, where they're like, we just want to eat all your quarters. We just want to teach you how to play our game too.
Yeah. No, of course.
and it's like there's more juice here. So
No, of course.
I think that if we do a shoot 'em up episode, I would talk more about this. I think the way arcade games do get people to keep coming back is fascinating, because if you're just killing people at random, get them to continue, like they're not going to come back. You need to also have a lot of depth and ways to move people towards that depth in those early levels and make that accessible at different levels.
Yeah.
Which is why I think we should do an episode on Dodonpachi Dio Joe. But
I don't even know what that is, so hit me up at later. Maybe.
It was my game of the year when you asked me one year.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, really good enemy types, really cool boss fights. What are some of the other bosses?
There's a little guy in a white suit that looks like Shadow King from X-Men 99.
From Stage
Or
4.
94.
Yeah.
Is he the one who keeps like dodging up and down and you need to kind of
Yeah, he's the guy that shoots the giant laser. He's the Stage 4 boss. He can be kind of cheap if you're not careful, but like it's satisfying to beat the shit out of them. I've always
like an orbital
appreciated with the Ninja Warriors again, and once again, something that like this is a thing in beat 'em ups that I love when beat 'em ups do this, but I really love it when in a beat 'em up, like if there's a part of the stage that's like an environmental hazard, like for example, with Once Again and Again, in Stage 2, there are these giant, like, propeller blades that spin. If you walk into them, you take damage. But what I also is that enemies also get hit by the propellers. And I love that they just walk They walk right into it. And I fucking love when beat 'em ups do that, especially when enemies can get hurt. It's like,
Same.
thank you.
I don't.
What
I
I
don't like
really
when enemies
enjoy
don't get hurt. It bothers me.
What I really enjoy about that set piece is it doesn't seem to change the enemy behavior at all that they're there. If they just happen to walk into it, they die, and it never gets old.
They fucking full blown just walk right into it. It's like, okay, I'm walking, and it's just like, you idiot, what the fuck?
I had so much trouble with that part until I just slowed down and mostly let them kill themselves.
Kyle, I like that you say that, because I was just playing the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie game, and it does not do that, and I was
also developed by Noctume, same company.
Yes, but it didn't have that. Like, the spikes didn't hurt them and stuff, and I was like, I don't, like, that's not right.
Yeah, that doesn't sound, it doesn't feel fair.
No, like, I want them to be hurt just like me, and then I'm happy.
Yeah, there should be, like, a logic to the world.
Something that I love about, once again and again, is how complex it actually is for seeming so simple. Like, in again and once again, you only have 3 buttons to your controls. You have a jump, you have your attack, and you have the bomb button. When your blast meters you're full, you can release this bomb, which, like, it doesn't kill everybody, but it does a pretty good amount of damage. And it also, like, stuns everybody. It knocks them down, so it gives you some time to think.
Yeah, and it gives you iframes, and it refills on its own, so you gotta...
Yeah.
And also, but one thing that I also love about this is that, like, you actually have a whole bunch of extra things to the controls that, like, unless you read the manual, you may not actually get it first. For example, if you hold down the attack button, you block. That's how you block in this
Very
game.
important.
And that's also very important, especially against certain boss fights. Like, you're gonna need to learn how to block. And, like, you also have extra, like, moves to your attack by holding the D-pad in certain directions when you're attacking. Like, just, this game is so fucking innovative and way deeper than it actually is. And I love that. Like, I love how deep it is. Like, man, this game is just firing on all cylinders, and I love it so much. Like, this is why I wanted to have this game on the podcast, because it's like, it seems simple, but there's so many layers to it. And it's this is fucking prime beat 'em up gameplay. This is prime Super Nintendo era, like, 16-bit, like, video gaming. Like, man, this is fucking the S tier, just holy shit. Sorry, I don't mean to spoil
no, you're fine.
my final thoughts, but, like, I'll get to them when we do get to them, but just... Man, this is so good.
And Kyle, you'll be shocked if I say that this game was better than G.I. Joe Wrath of Cobra.
Yeah,
that is downright unpatriotic.
Yeah,
it was awful. It was fucking horrible.
Gimmicky piece of shit brawler made, like, right after Shredder's Revenge, as like, no guys, we're totally not ripping off Shredder's Revenge.
No,
I mean, I think the world needs more beat 'em ups, even bad ones.
Oh no,
I think we need more bad beat 'em ups.
I agree. I think the world needs more beat 'em ups, but I just want good beat 'em ups. Like,
I mean, that
I
don't know
think
if
you need a few bad ones.
Dan, it's bad. It's really bad.
Okay.
It is just generic and boring and stupid and doesn't even show love to the license that it should. Like, it's a bad game.
It's weird because G.I. Joe seems like the perfect thing for, like, a beat 'em up or, like, a really good action game. Plus,
easy for fighting game. Ridiculous characters.
Plus, G.I. Joe has, like, a million different, like, main, like, good guy characters. They would be all perfect for a video game. Like,
yeah, but you can't be a quick cash grab if you're trying to do that. So, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's so baffling. Like, yeah, that sucks.
I mean, what kind of money is the G.I. Joe license really working with these days? You know,
Hasbro.
Still, are they putting much money into G.I. Joe?
Yeah,
G.I. Joe. There's books for that, which I play. So
for what?
There's a G.I. Joe tabletop RPG as part of the Renegade Studios with Power Rangers and My Little Pony. Yes, I play it.
Okay.
It's really good. I play the Power Rangers one, but we did use the G.I. Joe books for something that we were doing too, and it's really fucking good.
I want to play more table. I was just talking about this yesterday. I kind of want to get into tabletop games, and the licensed ones are always interesting for the same reason licensed video games are. It's like, what do we actually do with this license? What inspires this? I'm really happy we covered this on the podcast because I found this game through a YouTube video and would not have heard of it otherwise. And it's lovely. It's such a fun game. I never get tired of it.
I mean, this wouldn't have been on the show besides Kyle bringing it up more than once, and I'm like,
thank you, Kyle.
Kyle.
I may not do a lot of things correctly in my life, But, when I see a good video game, I want to fucking spread the word. Like, go play this. It's so fucking good.
It was very fun, and I was happy to say that it still holds up in today's. Like, I'm trying to play more beat 'em ups now because when I played Rita's Rewind, I didn't really have a great time with it, and then I realized, no, this game is just not as good as like Final Fight 2, but it's still a very good game.
No, of course.
And it's not as good as Double Dragon Gaiden, which is just fucking amazing.
I've heard that game's really good.
Fucking amazing. I almost
Gaiden is a lot of fun.
Is that the newer one?
There's a thing.
That's after Neon came out?
Yeah, Double Dragon Gaiden is one of the new Double Dragon games. It's a lot of fun.
It's a roguelite also.
I'm interested in it.
Yep.
Double Dragon 2, specifically the NES version, is really, really good.
Oh,
That's a cool
it
ass
is a
game.
good game.
Another game I would not have played if not for the Ninja Warriors again.
Yep.
That makes me happy to know that this game had that much of an effect on you. I know it wasn't, before this episode, but still, like, that's cool.
Speaking of Double Dragon, just a bit of a hot take. Super Double Dragon, my favorite game of the entire Double Dragon franchise. I love that game a lot.
I don't.
Good game.
Is that the one with the Battletoads?
No, Super Double Dragon is on Super Nintendo. It's its own little game. It's a fun game, really innovative.
Okay, I've
Also
mostly played the Game Boy Advance one, which kind of mashes together.
Oh, yeah, Double Dragon Advance. That game's amazing.
Neat game. Needs a save feature.
Yep.
Final Fight 1, gold standard for beat 'em up ports.
Yep.
Catch up, guys. Yeah, good stuff. Also, what final boss do we like better? The original or the later versions?
I'm gonna say the Super Nintendo, and once again, I think they're a bit more innovative. But there is one piece of dialogue that I love from the arcade game. It's the final boss when
What's he say?
When at first you come at him, he cowers and he goes, "Please don't kill me." And then if you turn your back, if you turn your back to him, he pulls out a gun and just says, "No damn way." Like, I love that. Like,
really, I did not turn around. I just walked up to him and killed him.
I love that. Like, an arcade game with voice acting has like casual swearing. I love that.
And it has so much voice acting.
Yeah, like, please don't kill me. No damn way. I love that. That's so good.
I'm always a sucker for an arcade game final boss
same.
being a reward. You just walk up to the final boss and he's just a guy.
Yeah,
and in his building, and you kill him.
Yeah,
and then you blow up because I don't think you mentioned you are not only ninjas, you are ninja robots being controlled by
a resistance
group
force
to kill the U.S. president. I think.
Well, you do it because the president is corrupt. It's like
right.
The point of the entire series is that you were made by a resistance force.
Yeah, specifically by Mulk.
Yep.
Who is your daddy?
Daddy Mulk.
Daddy Mulk.
Yep. Which is, by the way, the first stage track. That song is fucking excellent.
It's so good.
Zuntata, just an incredible band. Like, y'all, if you don't know what Zuntata is, like, go on YouTube, go on your favorite music player of choice, whatever way you know how to listen to music, like, whatever thing you use, if you get CDs, if you get records, you get cassette tapes, digitally, whatever the fuck way you discover and listen to music, go listen to Zuntata. They do fucking excellent music.
And if I could have an adjacent recommendation, another way to listen to Zuntata's music, go on archive.org and the Internet Arcade and search.
Yeah!
And search Taito and just play whatever's there because it's pretty much all gold.
Oh yeah, yep. It's like Christmas morning for music lovers. It's excellent, seriously.
I tried to play this game with music on, which is unlike me, but I did like it.
Right, you never do.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
More. It depends on what I'm doing.
I'm so happy that you did that, because, like, it doesn't really matter what version of the game you played, the arcade game or the Super Nintendo game, or, once again, the full-fledged remake, the music in this series kicks ass. Like, folks, I know I'm talking a lot of stuff about Zuntata, but the soundtrack for Again and Once Again are fantastic. Like, Natsume also had good sound composers on their team. Like,
was this Natsume or Taito developing?
Super Nintendo and Once Again are both Natsume. Taito only did the arcade game. But
the original one was developed by Taito.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
Yes, but I wanted to confirm.
No, of course, yeah. It's the original game is Taito.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Ninjas.
wanted to experience more of the once again. I was a little let down that
Yeah, of course.
but I'm happy to know now that it's as hard as fuck. So I feel less bad.
Dude,
But
Mike, it's a
I
tough
bet you can
remake.
make progress.
I could if I cared enough. But there's other games to play.
But this is a really good one.
Eh.
Whenever you do play this again, yeah, you'll get better at it. Like, it takes practice.
I tried a few times before I just kind of walked away, and I was like, I'll just beat the Super Nintendo version with save states, and I had fun with that, and I got to experience the game, so I'm still very happy that I can finally like go back and I can make Nacho Godzilla proud.
There you go.
Somebody knows that, and I brought up qualityroms.com before, and I am not the only. I have met people that have used that website, and this is like back in the early 2000s, and it's been gone for a long time.
I love those curated ROM sites. Just like, hey, here's a bunch of stuff we think is cool.
Hell
Well, it was
yeah.
the first ROM site I ever found. That was the only one we knew of until I was in I think sophomore year of high school when we were introduced to Planet EMU, and that led me to a gigantic collection of ROMs. Otherwise, I didn't know. No, it was freshman year of high school. I was introduced to that. It was like 7th or 8th grade is when I first found quality ROMs, and that had like Bahamut Lagoon, Treasure of the
Bahamut
Rudras,
Lagoon.
Sailor Moon RPG. There's some really good stuff in there.
That was
Good.
all fan translated stuff, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
I gotta play Treasure of the Rudras.
It's really fucking good, but
Oh yeah.
make sure you use a guide.
All those good
No.
games.
Game's
All of those.
hard, man.
I'm not a guide. I'm not a guide
Oh
guy.
yeah.
I mean, I'll do guides sometimes, but
Well, you need guides for the spells. There are certain spells that you're going to need in that game. You make your own spells.
I'll figure them out.
Okay.
Y'all
Really good
said
game,
I
though.
needed a guide for Zelda 2, and that didn't
Oh
need
yeah, that was a long time ago. I forgot. I actually like that game.
Zelda 2 is really good.
Yeah.
I was surprised by how much I loved that game.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm making it a goal to play a lot more beat 'em ups now. Is one of my
Good.
life's goals and record them obviously. But I just want to experience more because ever since I complained about Rita's Rewind, I learned my lesson. I was like, no, you haven't experienced garbage yet. And then I played G.I. Joe. I went, oh, I was wrong. There's garbage.
Oh, this is garbage.
So
Love beat 'em ups.
Yep. Same.
We done a Devil May Cry episode.
first one was on the show. That's it.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Oh well.
That was kind of a spur of the moment when I did that one because my other game didn't work. So I had to switch. Fucking Rogue Squadron 3 cannot be emulated very well. So that's
Rogue Squadron 3, really?
Yeah, it's really hard to run
That
on
surprises me.
emulation. You need a really good PC to run it and do a lot of tinkering.
Emulation for how good it is, it's still not perfect, but it's getting there.
Dolphin's getting there for sure.
Oh, definitely. Yep.
Anything about Ninja Warriors that you guys still want to mention that we haven't talked about?
We covered a lot.
Honestly, like I just hope people play these games. Like whatever one you play, like play them all. Just if you're interested at all from listening to this episode, play them. They're all excellent games. Whether you play the original game on arcade or you play you play again on Super Nintendo, or you play once again the remake now available on PlayStation and Nintendo Switch and on Windows PC. Like whatever one you play, I just hope you play it because it's a damn good time. It's innovative. It's simple as it is complex, which is something I think is beautiful as a video game.
Yes.
Like something that's just
Good way
so
of putting it.
like simple and easy to understand also becomes so complex, but it's just the way it's done is so beautiful. Like it's so easy to understand. I think that's fucking incredible. That is good game design. Like like I said, I may not know much, but damn it, when something just hits it just right for me, I have to fucking scream its praises. I have to.
I'm glad you do because
I
you
have to
have gotten me to
Yeah.
play now two beat 'em up recently
No, of
that I never would have touched. Batman Returns and then this, and I'm
Oh, man.
grateful for both of them. So
Heck yeah, that makes me, and I'm so happy that like you really dug both of these.
oh, they're both good games. I mean,
Of course,
I just
you
need to
dug
have save states, and that's all. But that's a me problem.
I'm so happy that you dug them. That's fantastic. But yeah, these games are excellent. Taito is amazing, and Natsume is amazing. And of course, Tengu Project, the current developers of these remakes, is also fantastic. Just a lot of fantastic game developers and sound composers and graphic designers just all thinking with their brains and just bringing out so much quality. I can't sing enough praises about these games. I can't.
And
So
trust
good.
me, because of this episode existing, there are people out there who will play this game who never would have touched otherwise. So,
And that makes me very, very
'cause that
happy.
does happen. There are people who follow the show who like, oh, okay, I'll try out this game because they recommended it.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome. And that's pretty much me then, because like otherwise I would just be repeating myself, and I would go on for like another 5 hours of like, play this game, it's amazing. Ah!
Dan, any last thoughts before we go to Shelf Stacker Box?
No, that's pretty much it. And I want to
Okay.
echo Kyle. Like, play these. They're really good. If you're not, even if you're not a beat 'em up person, like, see what you think.
Yeah.
They have a really cool style to them. They feel like immediately really nice to play. Just give it a go and try out different directions and buttons and see what happens. Because you can do a lot of stuff.
You can. This game had a lot of ways to play around with it, which are nice. So we're going to go to Shelf Stacker Box, and I'll lead us in. I'm going to put this in the stack. I had a really good time. I'm really glad I got to play it again and beat it for the first time in my life. So that was nice. So, but it's still going to go in the stack because I couldn't beat the PC version. But I had a good time. I do like this game.
I'm gonna put Shelf Stacker Box. I'm gonna say Ninja Warriors is stack. It's a game I'm kind of interested in going back to and learning more. And again and once again are both on the shelf. I replay both of these games fairly regularly. For a while, I would just play once again over and over again, just when I had a moment, play a level on my Switch and put it in sleep mode. Love these games.
And Kyle.
All three of these games are going to be on my shelf, like including the arcade game. Like I would buy the arcade board if I could afford it. Like I would buy the arcade board. I would get the cartridge for the Super Nintendo game. I would get a physical copy of the remake and just put them all on my shelf because these are all fantastic games.
Wait, there is a physical version of this, isn't there?
Yep.
Limited Run did?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, actually, I believe it's in ININ games. I believe
okay.
it's them. Yeah.
That's cool. I'm not good with knowing who makes who for physical stuff when it comes to like limited stuff, so I don't pay any
Of course.
attention to it.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm just like, I'm happy it exists. I'm very happy it's a thing, and I'm glad people appreciate it. I just don't care. That's me. All right. I guess that's everything. But thank you guys.
Cool.
And then we should go to plugs. Dan, did you have anything to plug? I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, write to your representatives about funding schools. The kids can't read. Like it's not that they can't decode all the time, but like they cannot just like sit down and read a sentence anymore, and that's a problem. And one of those big problems is that schools are understaffed. We don't really have the manpower to have the intervention they need for this kind of reading. We don't have the kind of after school programs you would need to get people more excited about reading. So yeah, fun schools. That's my pluggable.
But hey, remember, we're in our lovely country, we're trying to get rid of the education department because we were run by a fewer. Hey.
I don't care what the department's called. I don't care. Just fun schools.
Eventually his ass will be gone. I cannot wait. So that's all.
Absolutely agree.
He will be gone. We will still schools.
I know we still need to fund him. I agree.
Yes.
Right.
So that's my pluggable.
And Kyle, where can people find you at?
You can find me on my very own podcast, the Unidentified Flying Obsession Podcast, or the UFO Podcast. And you can find me in my random bullshit musings on Blue Sky at chibiufo.bsky.social.
Oh, I have a Blue Sky. Should I plug that?
Sure, please. Feel free.
I think I'm just Dan Mellman. Let me check. I like Blue Sky.
I do too.
I don't really know how to post on it.
I need to post it today, actually, to advertise an episode that released yesterday. So thank you for reminding me.
Profile is, just Dan Mellman. One word.
Right?
Mellman
if you enjoy
with 2 L's. We got the extra L at Ellis Island. That's why they call it Ellis Island, because you get that's where you get your L's.
Okay.
Little known fact.
If you enjoyed this episode, there are over 1,000 other episodes of this podcast. We do movies, TV shows, video games, comics, all sorts of content. We've done a lot of beat 'em ups. I don't have a catalog or a way that it's all selected, but there's a lot. Search the archives. You'll see everything on Podbean. If you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon poll. We do 2 polls a month. You get to take part in that. And also, if you are a patron, you get to hear all the episodes early. Once they are edited, I release them on Patreon, and then they do come eventually for everyone else later. But like stuff like this, you can get it up to a month early. So hey, it's worth doing it.
1 month early.
Up to a month.
1 month early. Up to 1 month early. Wowee.
Donate $10 or more. I will plug your podcast on YouTube every episode I make during that month, like these wonderful people. Phoebe Stanton, the Let's Play Princess on YouTube and Twitch, and follow her podcast, Nerds Broadcast. Check out the Zach Show, absolutely the best podcast of work in progress. Talk about the MCU movies, and they're currently doing the Alien Predator franchise. And check out Bill Tucker's show, Gamer Looks at 40, and his new podcast, Carrying My Cross. And also want to give a shout out to my awesome intro and outro courtesy of Helena at Hell Has Free. Follow her on TikTok and Instagram. And also make sure you join our Discord. If you want to be in the show and suggest things to the show, join the Discord. You'll see a link in the show notes. We're always happy to new people join, chat with us. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only, and rate and reviews wherever you get your podcasts. Helps out the algorithm a lot. I think that's everything I need to say, so we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Take care, everybody.